just to wish you well and congratulate you on your election to high office. Experience in Parliament's not the only qualification to be Speaker, but it's one of the most important ones. And you will have seen in your time, and I think you came into Parliament the same year that I did, many occurrences here that you will not want to repeat. When you started quoting Jerry Wall, I remember that he had thrown out 11 members of the opposition in one famous day, and I hope that that is not something that has to be emulated in your turn. So this is an important office, particularly for smaller parties in this Parliament, and you uphold the rights of the minority here, and you are the person that we look to for our rights to be upheld, and we will respect the office that you hold as you would want us to and expect us to. Congratulations.
Mr. Speaker-elect, as a fellow survivor of the class of 1984, can I congratulate you on your election to the high office you now hold, to wish you well in the execution of your duties, and to remind you when you said that we are all human and that, like others, you may occasionally make mistakes, that when you quoted the example of Sir Gerard Wall juxtaposing words in the prayer, Mr. Speaker-elect, I need to assure you in his case he was not making a mistake. He genuinely believed that to be the case. But be that as it may, sir, I know that you will uphold the standards of this House. You bring to it a deep experience and I think a deep affection for the place, and you will certainly ensure that all members, whether they be new members or somewhat more geriatric members, will get a fair go in this House, will be listened to, order will be upheld, and, Mr. Speaker, in return, you will have the respect of this chamber.
Honourable members, for your kind words, thank you very much. I hope that I can live up to the confidence you have shown in me. Again, I thank you for the honour. I'll certainly endeavour to do my best to live up to that confidence. The House stands adjourned until 11 a.m. on Tuesday, 9 December.
And so the Speaker ends his first session of the 49th Parliament of New Zealand. And we bring to an end our live coverage. Kia ora tātou and good afternoon and welcome to the capital for Parliament TV's live coverage of the Commission opening of the 49th New Zealand Parliament. And first thing to do, I guess, is to let you know just what a Commission opening is all about. Well, it's quite a low-key affair, but it's an essential prelude to the important business which will occur tomorrow when the Governor-General comes here for the state opening of Parliament. For at the moment, New Zealand has no Parliament. It has some elected MPs, but no sworn-in members of Parliament, and they have no Speaker. And we do not have assembled a House of Representatives. It is the job, of course, of the Governor-General to ensure that within 6 weeks after the signing of the writs of the last election, which we held on November the 8th, that Parliament meets. And in order to do that, he is sending today 3 judges of the High Court, and you can see them here. They've just crossed Molesworth Street. They're being led by the Sheriff of the High Court, Mr. Roger Gill. And just behind you can see the Chief Justice, the Right Honourable Dame Sian Elias, and with her the President of the Court of Appeal, the Honourable Justice Young, and the Senior High Court Judge, the Honourable Justice Randerson. And they are approaching Parliament now, where they'll be greeted with Maori ceremonial and a deal of caution by the Black Rod, who is the Governor-General's representative, here to guide them into the chamber. And they will be then led into the chamber of the House of Representatives, where they will instruct the Clerk of the House and give him the Governor-General's, I beg her pardon, give her the Governor-General's authority to swear in the members of Parliament whom we elected last November. They're greeted here by Black Rod, as I say, Governor-General's representative, Mr. David Baggerly, the Director of the Honours Secretariat, is Black Rod at the moment, and followed by the Kaikaranga of the Tangata Whenua, the person who will call out the karanga to announce the arrival of the justices. They head to the top of the steps of Parliament. Yapera Moeahu from Wellington and now Taranaki is the Kaikaranga. Sheriff Gill leading the judges up. The reason why the judges are sent is, of course, that by ancient tradition the monarch or the monarch's representative may never enter the chamber of the House of Representatives, just so that we all know there is no interference in the work that is carried out by our Parliament by the monarch. So he sends judges to set the wheels in motion, as it were, on his behalf. Making their way now through the foyer of the House. Black Rod leads them through. They go past the statue of Saraparani Ngata into the Grand Hall, making their way to the debating chamber. Greeted here by Kahurangi, the very well-known internationally performing group, come from the Hawke's Bay, and it's their honour today to sing the Waiata, which welcomes them. When the judges arrive in the House, they will be announced by the Sergeant at Arms, and they'll be allowed entry, because really in a way there's no one to bar them, because the House at the moment has no Speaker. It hasn't even technically got any members, but you can see them all in there. They've assembled a few minutes ago, ready to receive the Governor-General's warrant and the instruction that they should be sworn in. And now the Sergeant at Arms will announce them. I think Kahurangi are going to be here tomorrow too for the state opening, and they'll know the company they're in, because they're just recently back from a tour of the United States of America, where they did a porphyry for our Governor-General, the Honourable Anand Sachinand, who will, of course, officiate tomorrow. Judges now enter the chamber. You will notice that they just sit round the table. There's nobody in that Speaker's chair, because the House does not have a Speaker. It must elect one once all have been sworn in. Here's the Chief Justice.
Members of the House of Representatives, His Excellency the Governor-General, not thinking fit to be present